This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
All the leaders came in. We're under our first caution for a spin. Andy, what happened out there?
Well, it looked like Ryan Sieg is 39. He was trying a little bit lower line over in 1 and 2, and he may have gotten just a little bit too low. See right there coming off the corner. Turned just a little bit too much.
First caution of the day here at Charlotte. Kyle Busch leads the History 300 from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
As that exchange was happening.
Lost about 3 seconds there in that exchange to the leader, Matt Kenseth. And positions did change. Kyle Larson now takes over the second place. As we have trouble, it is the 9 car of Chase Elliott. He's been in the wall.
Yeah, he's pretty good damage on that right side.
Chase had cycled through those pit stops to return to 6th position. And let's ride with him.
And caution is out. Uh-oh, sounds like a tire. Definitely.
Doing everything he could to control it.
Yeah, that's a bad break because he didn't have any laps on those tires. He must have run over something.
Caution is out for the second time today for the 9 car of Chase Elliott up into the wall coming off of turn 4.
Yeah, I'm sure that caution came out because you could hear that tire. Probably some debris out there.
And in fact, now we're being told from NASCAR that there was debris on the racetrack, and
that was close.
Whew. Yeah, he had a nice run there, and he probably could have made that except for the lap car there. That's a great job by Brian Scott because it'd been easy just to pull down there, and he wasn't clear enough. He would have created a bad situation for himself.
Carlos Contreras in that 23 holding his line. Not enough clearance for Scott to make the move. Settling down a little bit now here for 4th, as Kyle Larson still has a 1.2 second lead over Brad Keselowski at the front. 11 to go this time by.
That's nowhere in that picture do you see Matt Kenseth. He's way back in 6th place, and he had control of this race and leading it. But we talked about Dale how he was talking about being loose even when he was out front. That's hardly ever the right recipe at this racetrack. If you're a little tight, you can kind of overcome it. But Matt not able to overcome the loose car today.
And if you look at the bottom of the screen there, I'm just saying, for the last 6 races, and we're coming up on 10 to go. Larson looking solid, though, and right now it's just about ticking off laps, isn't it? He's running the same line, holding his line, and trying to keep everybody behind him.
All he has to do is look out front right now. Those guys are racing behind him. He's pulled away. He has to just do his job. Look ahead, see what the cars in front of him that he's coming up the lap, where are they running on the racetrack so that he doesn't break that momentum, and that's what he's done great all day long.
Yeah, one other thing he should be doing right now.
Coming up on the L1 here, he's running the top. He's down a bunch of power on the straightaways here. Just keep running the bottom.
Yeah, they're talking about Landon Castle. He's lost a cylinder. You can hear him when he goes by. But what I was saying about Kyle Larson is he needs to really take care of his tires because they're not going to be able to come in and make a tire change if they have another caution. So he doesn't really need to try to pull a big gap on these two. He can just really take it easy, make sure he doesn't abuse one corner or the other. So if we have another restart, he has something for him.
There's a couple of cars that took a wave around that were kind of hoping they might get a caution because they still have a set of tires left. James Busher and Elliott Sadler, they're running 11th and 12th right now. They took the wave around, and if they could have gotten a caution, they would have had fresh tires and might have put themselves into a really good spot. But they are back on the lead lap anyway.
Behind leader Kyle Larson, it still continues between Keselowski and Busch. The gap now 1.6 back to 2nd and 3rd. Kyle was close for a while, but boy, Brad's just run away from him right now at the end.
I think they've made a lot of headway with the 54 car today, but still not quite enough to make it a winning car.
By the way, that new look for leader, as we see, wow, Brian Scott and Kevin Harvick still going at it around Kyle Fowler. They settle that down before they get to 3. Harvick gets around, takes back the 4th spot. Yeah, Busch is not giving up, though. Keselowski's got about 6 or 8 car lengths on him, but no more than that.
And they're coming up on some lap traffic. We'll see how they deal with that here. See, Kyle Busch is going to try to go to the inside. They're going to approach some cars, slower cars.
Oh, nearly 4 wide. Tommy Joe Martins gets out of the way.
Yeah, Kyle Busch had to get out of the throttle, though.
Wow.
Yeah, that was close.
That's where Brad had the advantage of kind of looking ahead there, being the front car. He chose that high line. Kyle Busch thought that he may be able to slide in there, and if he's able to get his nose underneath there, he could make the pass. Chance he had to take.
Brad commenting on the radio earlier about the bad breaks that he might have gotten when guys are taking 3 or 4 different lines going in. That one worked in his favor, but just barely.
You can't leave that door open too many more times, though, from this point on.
Well, he's right there.
Let's look back and see what it looked like from on board. He'll ride with Kyle Busch.
He only needed a few more feet there. You can hear him get out. And all he needed was just a little bit. He thought he had made the move that was going to get him to second.
20 of Kenseth, the 7 of Regan Smith. 3 to go now. Kenseth with the 6th position. Smith running in 7th. Gap from the lead back to 2nd is now 2.4 seconds. Kyle Larson coming to 2 laps to go.
Half straightaway.
And those new colors, that's big. Chip Ganassi signing Japan's largest oil producer to be on this race car. About 40 people from Japan here this weekend to see what Kyle can do. It's showing them.
I'll tell you what's so impressive about him.
Quarter, bumper, all clear. All clear.
To watch how well he performs at some of NASCAR's most difficult racetracks. And that shows just what a driver this young man is. We've talked about him a lot, but now he's proven all of that out.
Yeah, so much talent, and the potential is now being realized.
More lap traffic, but white flag for Kyle Larson. You talk about what he's been able to do at a place like Charlotte. You want a driver who can handle a racetrack with age and character? Call the 21-year-old. He did it in his home state of California. Kyle Larson is going to repeat today. Kyle Larson wins the History 300 at Charlotte.
Hell of a job, Pig Crew. They're all stopped all day. John Daddy. And happy birthday, Joey Dennis.
I think it's Chip Ganassi's birthday, I was told today. So his car owner in Sprint Cup, nice present.
Proud of you guys. Great work. Good job. Good job.
That's Harry Scott.
Co-owner of Turner Scott Motorsports. And I tell you, when Kyle won at Fontana, he put on quite a show. I'm thinking we might see it again. In fact, talked to the guys at Lionel Racing who make the diecast. I said, are you going to repeat that exactly as it happened? And they said, yeah, we might have a steering wheel sticking out the window.
Got to set it up right.
It's going the right way for burnouts now. I see the wheel coming off. I think he might have to make that corner again before he might need the wheel for a second longer. Let's put it back on. The silent celebration so far for Kyle Larson. I bet that's not going to last when we get to him with victory lane. Kyle Larson has won here today at Charlotte.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.